Welcome back to another edition of the Miles High Club. It's week 8. We got the picks going. I hope you've been following all year. We've been doing pretty good. We got 68 wins on the year. So I also want to say sorry to my boy Saquon. I just found out he's actually not a monkey. This is a sloth. I had no idea. Just found out last week. Someone commented on the video. So sorry about that, Saquon. It's your boy Money Miles' fault. But let's get into the first pick. We got Minnesota going into LA. Thursday Night Football. I went back and forth on this game a lot. Minnesota is playing pretty decent, and I think I don't know if they're going to be starting Carson Wentz the rest of the year, but JJ McCarthy did not look great. I think he is back and healthy, but I'm not too sure what they're doing there, but they announced it pretty quickly that they're starting Carson Wentz against the Chargers, so I still like the Chargers winning here, even though with all the injuries, and I just like the Chargers offense, and they came off a tough loss against the Colts last week, so I really got the Chargers winning here. Then we got Miami going to Atlanta. Miami sucks. I mean, I thought I was wrong on the Dolphins this year. I thought they were going to be a lot better. Obviously, losing Tyreek Hill, not great. Wish you would have traded him for assets for next year and the years to come. But Miami get fudged up there. Falcons just going to be too much offense. A Bijan Robinson touchdown, is a Drake London touchdown, Kyle Pitts. I mean, there's going to be so many touchdowns. Who knows? Who knows how many touchdowns they're going to get? But that's where I'm picking my anytime touchdown scores out there. So if you see it, I would pick it from there. So I got the Falcons beating the Dolphins. Jets going into the Bengals. Joey Flacco looking decent last week against the Steelers, and now the Jets owner's calling out Justin Fields, and now Tyrod Taylor is kind of hurt. He might not play. It's a dumpster fire down there in New York, or up there in New York, because I'm down in Baltimore. But Brandon, I'm sorry, but you guys are going 0-8. It's unfortunate. You hate to see it. The Bengals offense looked insane last week against the Steelers, so I got to take the Bengals here to beat the Jets. Then Cleveland going into New England. Cleveland looked pretty good last week. The Patriots, I am again wrong on another AFC East team. I did not believe in Drake May coming into this year or the Patriots, but Mike Vrabel got them playing. And I don't see how Cleveland wins here. Dylan Gabriel, unfortunately, nothing against you, brother. You ain't gonna do that against the Patriots defense. So I got the Patriots winning here, and I think it's gonna be a closer game than the last week's game for the Patriots against the Titans. But I think it's gonna be double digits still. So probably like a 21-11 or like a 23-13 type win for the Patriots. But that's neither here nor there. But I got the Patriots winning. Giants going into Philly. As you know, the Giants just lost a heartbreaker against your boys. But that's a type of loss that starts, a spiral. Or that way. And I, unfortunately, am on the side of it's about to start a spiral down a step. I mean, it's that one hurt. And then, now Russell Wilson tweeting out about Sean Payton. There's a lot going on. So I hate to say it, but you're going into Philly. You did win when you were in New York a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, Thursday night against the Eagles. I just don't think it's going to happen again. And now it's 2 straight you lose, and now you're 2-6. It's like, do you go now? Are you going to Brian Daboll playing for his life, or is he playing for next year? He doesn't know, because they might fire him. But the way that Jackson Dart, when Malik Neighbor comes back next year, the Giants can be good next year. The defensive line is insane, but it's not their year, unfortunately, and that loss really, it's gonna suck for them. But sorry about you, Giants. Sorry about you. We've got the Buffalo Bills going into Carolina. Carolina's looking much better this year, but nothing against you. Again, Brandon, I'm not trying to take too many shots about you, but Jets. We only beat them 13-11. Then the Panthers only beat them 13-6. The Buffalo Bills are not scoring 13 points. It's just not happening. It's not a thing. I mean, against the Carolina Panthers, they're going to score a lot more points. So if the Panthers are going to play like they did against the Jets, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen, because the Buffalo Bills are going to put points on the board. So Nothing against you, Panthers, but you didn't look great against the Jets. Neither did we. But if you play like that, you ain't beating the Buffalo Bills. So I got the Buffalo Bills winning pretty handily here. And Andrew, sorry about you. Sorry about your loss. Chicago Bears going into Baltimore. Lamar Jackson did practice. Still skeptical on how healthy he is, actually. The defense looked much better against the Rams 2 weeks ago when I was there at the game. So if all those things add up, Lamar plays and the defense plays like it did against the Rams, I don't see why they lose. I mean, they can start off a winning streak right here. So I got the Baltimore Ravens beating the Chicago Bears. I also need the Ravens to get 10 wins this year. So I'm really hoping they start rattling off some wins here because it's going to mess up some parlays, some future parlays that I put in over the summer. But I'm sorry. That's on me. I'm just trying to make some money around here. We got the 49ers going into Houston. Some reason, I don't know why, but Houston is a favorite in this game. No disrespect to Houston, but like the San Francisco 49ers they're real with Mac Jones. Like, I'm not sure when Brock Purdy's going to come back, but like Mac Jones might have just earned him an NFL contract next year. And it might be a hefty one. Jets? Question mark? I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't do it if I was you, Jets, but you never know. That could be a thing. But Mac Jones definitely earned him a starting NFL job probably next year, or at least compete for one. So it's going to be super exciting for them. Maybe Anthony Richardson going down to New York. That'd be an interesting battle, Anthony Richardson versus Mac Jones. But I got the 49ers beating the Texans here. And it's going to be a good one, but I don't see how the Texans beat the 49ers here. Buccaneers versus Saints. Bucs had a tough game against the Detroit Lions. That was, Mike Evans getting hurt, so now his 12 straight years of 1,000 yards is going to be broken. So, like, that sucks for him. He's not going to have the record over Jerry Rice. But you did 11. You're probably going to be a Hall of Famer. That's super awesome. So, all power to you, but the Buccaneers will beat the Saints, and it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. I don't see it. Maybe by 15 plus, maybe 20. Who knows? I'm just saying. I don't think it's going to be a pretty game for you guys because the way they played against Detroit, they're going to come out firing on all cylinders next week. Hopefully, Chris Godwin plays because they need people back in the Bucs. But that's a. I'm not even. It's a 4:05 game, so like, probably no one's going to watch it. Unless you're a Buccaneers fan or a Saints fan, and Saints fans are probably going to turn it off at halftime. But yeah, I got the Buccaneers winning by a lot. And then Tennessee Titans going into the Colts, a division rivalry. These are one of those games where like it could be a trap game. Like the Colts are 6-1 or whatever they're 1-1, 6-1, and then the Tennessee Titans are 1-6. Like. You go in lackadaisical, as they like to say. That's a word I've learned in my career of life. I take the Colts here. I do, but just show up, Colts, because these are games that people lose that they weren't supposed to lose, and like I've seen it. You've seen it so many times where the Chiefs lose to like the Raiders or like the Baltimore Ravens last year lost to the Raiders. Like it's just these games where you don't show up. You play down to the competition, so don't mess up. Because I got you guys on my locks. So I'm trying to hit my parlay this week. So I got the Colts beating the Tennessee Titans. It's going to be an interesting one, but I think it's going to be I would say it's within a touchdown. I don't even know what the spread is, but within a touchdown, just because in division game. But I'm excited for that one, which is weird. Then we got not the Cowboys. We got the Green Bay Packers versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, Sunday Night Football. I wish this was in Lambeau so that, it'd be Aaron Rodgers going back to Lambeau in the Pittsburgh uniform, because how crazy would that be? But it's still going to be nostalgic. This could be the last time Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers play against each other. And I think the old man's going to get the advantage here. At home, that crowd's going to be loud. Sunday Night Football. It's going to be a fun one, and they're going to be I think they're going to be in the throwback uniforms right this week for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and like that's just going to be interesting in itself. Who knows what the Packers are going to wear, but I really think the old man's going to beat the young buck this week. The Green Bay Packers. They look again. The Arizona Cardinals, unfortunately, have lost so many games this year by less than a touchdown. And like my pick from earlier in the year, where the Cardinals are supposed to be good, if 3 of those games went the other way, how everything's going to be changed right now. I'm just saying, the Cardinals want to bye this week, so they can't lose. But I really think they're going to come out the bye week playing a lot better. The Cardinals are. But I got the Pittsburgh Steelers beating the Green Bay Packers. Then we got the Washington Commanders going into the Kansas City Chiefs stadium, Arrowhead, with no Jaden Daniels. Not much to say here. Game's over. Chiefs are going to win. It's sad that the Chiefs are going to win, so now the Broncos have to win this week just to stay on top of the AFC West. But I would love the Commanders to somehow pull this off. Love that for me. Unfortunately, I don't see it. It's sad. I don't see it. But, boy, that would be great. That would be great. Patrick Mahomes and Rashee Rice back. He looked 2 touchdowns last week. It's insane. Then, lastly but never ever least, it's your boys. Denver Broncos versus the Dallas Cowboys at home. If our offense plays like they did in the fourth quarter, we're going to win. But if our offense looks like the previous 7 quarters in the one that versus Jets and then versus the Giants, we're going to get killed. And I tell you that much, if our offense does not show up in the first half, we will get smacked. We are not coming back on this offense because this offense is too good. It's going to just keep racking up points. So defense, first off, needs to show up. We need at least 5 sacks out of you guys. We need a early turnover. We need turnover somewhere in the first half. Get the Dallas Cowboys all scared, rattled. CeeDee Lamb back. I don't know what Riley Moss. You got a tough task this week. You got to go against George Pickens. I think you can do it. A little bit of CeeDee Lamb probably as well if they don't have Pat Surtain following. Jacob McMillan, you were getting torched by Wendell Robinson last week. So, guys, defense, let's step up because our offense needs you this week. Because Dallas Cowboys puts up points, we're gonna have to put up points. So we need you guys. But I do have the boys winning this week, of course, and that's gonna be 6-2 on the year. And we're going to be number 1 in the AFC West still. I'm super excited. And one step closer to that number 1 seed at the playoffs. What? Bye week? What? Could you imagine? Nick Wright? Could you imagine? You would be very upset, wouldn't you? But it's the Miles High Club, so you chase it off with the Miller Latte. And I just realized that I didn't pay the bills this go around. But Game Face Grooming. Go get yourself some shoe wipes. If you want your shoes to sparkle just like your ex-fiance's engagement ring, have a nice one. Love you guys. Thanks for the support.